As I stated in the last video, wanted to know what you guys thought we did with the turkey. Well, boom, here you go. It's a turkey pot pie. We're going to show you how we did it in a few seconds. Talk to you soon. What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Family Table. I like the name Table Leaves, but we might have to come up with something else if Chef Drea doesn't like it. As you see, she's not with me in this video. It's all good. She's just resting, honestly. She may make an appearance later. I'm not sure. She may not. You know, it is. But you get stuck with me, Brian. Anyway, you'd like to see our new chef. His name is Bob. And, you know, I can't think of any other name. It was Charlie, but I changed it last second. It says menu, in case you're trying to read what that says. Anyway, before we get into this video, make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment down below what you'd like to see us do, what we did wrong, what not. You know, talk to us and hit that notification bell in case that way you know whenever we come back on or we have a new video or we post a comment or whatever, you know, typical stuff. Now with that, today we're going to be making leftover turkey pot pie. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I'll share what I'm going to be doing. So our last video, I talked about that I did the air fried turkey. Well, this is the leftover scraps from it. Cut it up. I don't know, the recipe calls for 2 cups, but again, we do this family table style because the recipe, we'll never get it right. So it calls for the turkey. I had already chopped it up. Ooh. Well, surprise, surprise, it comes with instructions for turkey gravy, gives you a little packet and everything. Not sure if I'll use it today or not, but if we do, if we don't, either way, it'll be a surprise. Yeah, boy, did it the way they do, you know, it's family table style, so that may be more than 2 cups, maybe 3, 3.5, 2.5. I don't know, I chopped it up and threw it into the container. The next thing it calls is diced onion. The recipe calls for 2 cups. I'm going to just cut it up because this is going to be a pretty pot pie, you know, and I'll be back with the rest. All right, so Chef Drea has joined us. Say hello, Chef Drea.
Hey.
And as you see, she's going to cut this onion up. We're going to dice this whole onion, and we're going to go from there, show you the finished product once it's done. And boom, finished product. And now we're going to move on to the next slice and dice. So the video calls for some salt. You like our little handy dandy container. Thanks, Anita. Some flour, some pepper, some celery. Oh, can I see that before? Some celery, some carrots. Well, you see we got the carrots and peas and some sweet peas. We'll figure that one out. Our pie crust. Now with the measurements and stuff, it's going to be a little off, so I'm not going to mention any more measurements during this video. However, I will link the video. I'll link where we got this recipe from. I think it's called Simple Recipes or Simply Recipes, and where we got the idea from. I'll link that link in the comment section or whatever, that description box down below. That way you can click on it if you want the actual recipe and want to give this recipe a try, if you don't want to do it family table style. I forgot the chicken broth. We got like some chicken packets and whatnot. So with that, we don't got any turkey. So with that, we're going to get started. Next part of this celery, we're going to go ahead and get that diced up, and I'll show you the finished product. All right, finished product. On to the next one. So first thing we're going to do is 5, 6 tablespoons of butter. We're going to do that. We got to melt that. And then I'll be back. So we're going to add the onions, carrots, and celery. Here go the celery and the onions. Ooh. And now we add our carrots and peas. As you see, they're frozen. But it'll look nice, I promise. All right, I'll be back when it's all mixed in. So as you see, this is what it looks like sauteed. We had to switch the vehicle we were using because it was just a lot. So we're switching into our Dutch oven, and we're about to add the turkey is another reason. The turkey and some other ingredients, so we'll be back. So instead of the salt that you saw at the beginning, we're going to use 2 packets of the Sazon seasoning instead to go with the pepper. Sazon, vegetable, what we use. So here we go. We're going to pour in the turkey. And I'm going to go ahead and put in the sazon and the pepper. and the pepper. All right, we'll be back. So now we're gonna add 4 tablespoons of flour. Maybe a little bit over that just because it is a lot. And then afterwards, we're gonna start stirring in the filling. Once that gets put in, then we're gonna stir in the stock. So as you see, we added 5 cups of chicken stock to it. And we're gonna go ahead and get that neck, and then we'll get it to the next quart. Time to pour that stuff from here to here. Well, here you go. This is what it look like in a pan. We're about to cover it. All right. And here comes the fun part, brushing the crust. So we got our little egg wash. As you see, Chef Dre is up here brushing the crust. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I got to do it like that when I say it. So forgive me for saying brush the crust, because she's brushing the crust. And she's going to go ahead. We probably had a lot of egg. And we did 2 eggs with some water just in case. Because again, this is a family table thing. All right. See you when it's done. So here we go. We're going to have fun. Poke the holes. And after you poke the holes, it's going in the oven. Poke, 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 poke. Don't poke too hard if you're using a pan like us, because then you're going to be mad because you ain't going to get nothing. All right, we'll get done. We're going to put it in the oven. I think it's for like 30 minutes maybe. I got to look. But you know what? Hold on. All right, so this bad boy is going in the oven for 20-25 minutes. For us, 30 minutes, just to be on the safe side. And when it's done, we will be back. Talk to you soon. Look at our nifty chefs. Oven mitt power. All right, now time to pull it out the oven. All right, dear. Surprise. All right, so that's that's the family table pot pie, turkey pot pie. Roasted, what is it? Air fried turkey pot pie left over. All right, well, we're going to let it cool and we'll be back for more. We've let it rest. As you see, woo, quality. All right, let me get it bowled up. All right, so now it's time for the taste. Not sure if you can see it, but hold on. Look at that. Peas, carrots, the sauce, even the crust. So with that, let's see what it tastes like. Bless food, juice and cream mix. So we're going to see what this tastes like. How we did the family table style. What could I add it, if anything? Let's see. The crust is actually good. I'm going to show you. Oh, well, that piece has celery in it. I think the only thing, it was good. I think the only thing I would have added different. Sorry, I had food in my mouth. Apologize for that. Is I'd have added a third thing of sesame for how big we did. We did 2. That would be the only thing different. I'd have added 3. I'll add 3 next time if we do it that big. But with that, and I did say my grace, I'm gonna take another bite. A bone. So with that, I'm going to say Acts 2:38. That's where it starts. Romans 8:28. When times get tough, you got to remember it's for God's good, and it's your testimony, and it's all worth it. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get going, but don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. That way you know whenever a new video pops up. I do apologize. We've been dealing with some technical difficulties, things like that, but I know y'all don't care about that. Y'all just want to see this channel thrive, and I thank you for those that give the love and support. Thank you, everyone. And with that, I'm going to go ahead, refill my bowl, make a bowl for Chef Drea. She sends her love. She got to make an appearance. Told y'all she might show up. And she did. She said hugs. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to go. Although you're about to see me reach for the camera since I'm the Canon cameraman today. All right. With that, peace. Okay, hold on. Peace. Whoop. Forgot to add, look at that, got you. Make sure you comment down below what you'd like to see us do on this channel. Again, I'm not sure how to make you laugh, things like that, because we hardly ever laugh at them things. You might get us 99 times out of 10, you ain't going to get us. 99% of the time, you ain't going to get us. It'll be that 1%. I don't know how to do it, but, you know, we want to do those type of no laughing or smiling type videos, things like that. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to research that, you know. I don't know if you drop the video and the link, or I don't know if our email is up there where you can email us, things like that, where we can do a video of us watching what you sent. I also did some stuff where it was like a bunch of animals and whatever. If you want to see us do the cooking thing or a story time, you know, make up a story with each of the animals, because it was pretty funny. If the filter's still around, let us know down in the comments below. With that, now I'm going to go ahead and go. Peace. Enjoy your meal, because we're about to enjoy our meal at family table. Gotcha.